All right, we're here today at the Lacy Range. I got this Swede. It's a M41 from Ken, guy that shoots with us. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just doing some load development, seeing what shoots good. I've got a Burger 145 or 144 grain bullet, and I've got 44.5 grains of RL22 behind it. So I shot 43.5 grains the other day. It did okay, no pressure signs at all. So I've upped my load a little bit, and I'm gonna just see what we get accuracy wise. Just looking for something that holds a pretty good group. I'll get my velocity, and then I'll start taking it out to the range at 3 and 600, just seeing how it does. So this is just the beginning of it. Load development can be time consuming, just finding what your rifle likes.
What made you want to go with the Barnes bullet?
Burger?
Or Burgers, I'm sorry, Burger, yes.
It's what I found available online. Honestly, if Mid-South or somebody would have had some 147 grain or 140 grain Hornady ELDs, I would have went with those, or I would have just went with the standard 140 grain hollow points by Hornady, because a lot of the guys are shooting those, and they're pretty accurate and they're cost effective as well. These Burgers are a little expensive, but like I say, right now, yeah, I just got what I could find. Who knows if they shoot good? If they shoot extremely well, I might stick with them, but if they're just so-so, then I'd rather look for something else that the gun seems to like better. But anyway.
All right.
This is 44.5 grains. I've got 4 of those, and then I got 3 rounds of 45. I know this isn't a good way to do your load development, but it's just the brass that I had left over in this 50 round set. So here we go. Woo! Did you see that?
I saw that. And that's on film too, man. The John Brewer jerk.
And that was mild. It gets a lot worse than that, guys. Just think how good I could shoot if I could get rid of that. Make sure we're on paper.
Oh, that didn't register on the chronograph.
There we are on paper. And what we've got a chrono out in front of it. Tony, what brand chrono is that?
Super Chrono.
Super Chrono, and you can just put it out in front of it and it works off the sound, so it doesn't work with subsonic loads. Anyway, we got no data on that. I'm wanting to see where we're at velocity wise. I do see there's definitely a little bit more pressure signs on the primer than there was on 43.5 grain, so, but it didn't feel too bad. So here we go with round number 2. We get anything?
Yep, 25-16.
25-16. So, which is still a little low.
And what grain are you?
144 grain.
Yeah.
I'd like to be close to 26, but we'll see how it shoots. Tony knows I'm not beyond going with a soft shooting load if it's really accurate. my powder puff loads, as he calls them. But if it's still holding accuracy at 600, that's all you need. I remember I had H4831 loaded with 44.5 grains, and I was getting about 2550 with a 140 grain bullet. I looked on the burn rate chart, and these are RL22 and 4831 is fairly close.
Yeah.
But
RL22 is what the
it seems to be
Swedes
running a little
use.
bit slower than the 4831.
Yeah, it's what the Swedes loaded it with.
All right, so here we go with 45. Hopefully all three will register on these. Okay, I'm going to shoot at the bottom target. All right, and just a reminder, this video is brought to you by Eat Mo Pie, who's the proud sponsor of Major James Tony Lacy. .601.
2621.
2621, which ain't really, that's not enough to go on, but
2611 average.
2 shots, so I don't think I want to go any higher. At that velocity, I don't think I want to go any higher. What says Tony?
Stuff is not accurate. I tried 45 and 46 just to see what you get.
Yeah, that was 45.
So I go 45 and a half and 46 just to see what you
Just
get.
see what we get, see if it tightens up. Of course, I need to load more of this too. Stopping and coming off the gun and everything is not real conducive for.
I mean, let me look at what you got. Well, hey, let's just walk down here and we'll take the camera.
All right. And the 45.
Yeah, you got, what'd you say, 44 and a half on top and 45 on the bottom?
Mm-hmm. So I need to do 44 and a half again and run it over a chrono. Just do a little bit more work with that. Because it probably will be in that 25-50 range or something, don't you think?
Yeah. I don't know, like I said, I'd look for that upper node. I bet another half grain of powder or another grain, you're still going to be 26, 30, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it may bring it in tighter.
See, because 44 and a half grains of H4831 was my tightest group until I got to 46.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where it started tightening up again. So I ended up going with the lower node.
Yeah, that top load, you know, there's a lot of guns out there to be glad to get that.
Yeah, and like I say, everybody could see from the way I started out, that's probably wasn't shot real good.
Mm-hmm.
On a good day, I could definitely do better than that.
Well, John Brewer, what's your assessment?
More work. I've got 50 more cases tumbling right now that I'm gonna get ready to reload, and I've got more work. This is to me, this is just the part of it that's not as fun, but you got to keep working on it until you get that load that works with your gun, and then go from there.
Well, you've done it on the K98 and you've done it on the 03A4, so.
Yeah. Actually, on the 03A4, I didn't do any load development on it. There was just so much data out there on 30-06.
Mm-hmm.
I just went with what everybody else was shooting, and it worked.
Hmm.
Kind of like 308. It's pretty easy to just pick a load and go with it. But there's just not as much data out there on the Swede.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. This is from the Lacy Range. We will talk to you again.